Right, I'm going to do a little video for YouTube. Meant to do it from the start of this project, but you know what it's like. This is a 1500 midget, and I decided to get it and debumper it. So if anyone out there that's thinking of the same thing, I'll kind of talk you through what I did. Trust me, I'm no expert. Mechanically, bodywork wise, I used to be a car valeter, but that's about as close as I get. But I've pretty much done it all myself, apart from the welding. So this is the front. The bumpers came off, and what you'll notice is when you take yours off, you'll have these two huge sort of girdery bits there. I don't even know what they're bloody called. So the guy who did the welding cut them off, so you can see how kind of deep they go there. So then we can fit the grill in there. I'll probably get a little Sprite grill. And also when you take the bumper off, there'll be two square holes here. Filled them with fiberglass from behind, and then filled them, and then they've come out really well actually. Bought some new indicators, drilled the holes for them. I had a slight problem fitting them and making sure that they were central. What I'd recommend is maybe do make sure the hole's not too big, because my holes were a bit too big and I had problems getting the screws in. So just be aware, kind of just get the hole just right and measure up nicely. I'm not too sure what I'm going to do with these. I want to try and fill these bits, but if I use filler they're probably going to crack when the car's moving. So whether we can perhaps get them welded in and then rubbed down, not sure. I've only primed it just to try and keep the rust off it while it's in the garage, because I'm just doing this after work and stuff. So yeah, that's the front end really, and that's all you really need to know about the front end is get these cut off, fill these holes, and then once you've fitted your new indicators, this car also had some horrible underseal all the way across, so I've burnt that off. So obviously a little bit of work to do on the bonnet there. She's pretty sound. I got it for just over 700 quid. One of the problems I've had is, well, the major one when you debumper one of these, you probably know, is the hole at the back. So when you've basically got this whole section is just clear. So when you put your lights on, that's where the old bumper used to sit. And we looked everywhere. I don't think you can buy ready-made bits for these that go straight on. So what we used was a thing called Oasis, which is what you get from florists, not Noel Gallagher. And this is it here, and what you can see, it's really easy to mould. So we moulded it with basic with just like a knife, got the basic shape for it, then took it right down. Then we've covered it in fiberglass, because obviously that's got no strength at all. So we've fiberglassed it, and then we fill it over the top, and it's sound. And I'm really chuffed with it actually, because that was one of the jobs I was dreading. Obviously we're still prepping it. I've just put these on tonight, which needs rubbing down. There's also, you've got these bits here. Now when you take the bumper off, these are proud. They kind of stick out, you'll see when you've done it. So saw a guy online say whack it with a sledgehammer, so that's what I did. Kind of club hammered it, not too hard, but give it a good tap, and knock these in, made that flush, and I've filled that as well. I don't expect it to look like an Aston Martin, but it's going to be Old English white, which hides a multitude of sins. There'll also be a couple of holes at the back here, 1, 2, which I've just rubbed down today. So fiberglass at the back of them. And once again, it was obviously this side that we've knocked it down, and there's your other bit there. Another problem is this has had a respray from its original black colour, and well, you can see here it was a bit skanky, and so it was also really thick, especially this side here. I mean, if you look over the back here, you can see this is supposed to be a really nice line here, the bodywork, the contour of the bodywork, and it's just disappeared because of how much paint's on it. And you can actually hear that. That's cracking. Look, you can see it there. It's actually cracked. So I've sort of had an experiment, and I've used a heat gun. and it's worked really well actually. So obviously still doing it at the moment, but I've heat gunned it. I'm not going to go this side, I'm just going to probably do within this section, because I think otherwise it's going to be a bit of a world of hurt. But yeah, so that's that. Inside, I've bought some MX5 seats. They're really nice. Got them for 90 quid on eBay. So much more comfortable than the classics. I know purists out there will probably be cringing, but you know, I want it to be comfy. It's not going to be concourse. I just want it to be fun. I need a smaller steering wheel because I'm 6'2" and I can't get in the bloody thing. And that's about it for now. There's not a lot I'm going to do. I'm going to lower it and stuff like that, but that's, you know, I'll probably get, well, I'll get someone else to do that. The main thing is to get it through the MOT. There's a little bit of welding, but yeah, it's good fun. I'm enjoying it. Just doing it in the evenings when I can. This has got a little bit rusty, so I need to deal with that. But yeah, so if you've got any other questions, like, if you want to ask me about, because I know what I might do is see if it's legal, is to fill this, which is where the petrol cap goes, and then see whether or not you're allowed to just have this part coming out here. So literally, when you fill up the petrol, you open the boot, and then the lockable petrol cap is just sticking up here. I can't really see why that wouldn't be, because you know, this is just sort of rubber, isn't it? So potentially that, but I'll have to check with the MOT and see if that's doable. And that's it really. But it's just, you know, I'm just a normal bloke. I'm no expert, and but we're doing our best to get it sorted. Probably gonna have a one-piece exhaust. I'm not too keen on that, especially with no bumper. Kind of ruins the contours of it a little bit. These are a pain in the arse. You can see here, these are where the welding spots are, so you get a little bit of a ding there. Now whether or not I'll just leave that, because when it's in white you probably won't notice, or I might put a little bit of body filler over it and try and straighten it up. So that's about it so far. I've bought a new set of carpets, new set of underlay for them as well. There's a little bit of just surface rust on the floor here, which I'll deal with. You've got to cut some, drill some different holes for the seats. I've not done that yet, so I might do a little vid when I do that. But yeah, I just haven't seen a lot online by normal blokes who've got midgets, you know. So hopefully you can have a little look at this, and it can help you out. And I'll do some others whilst I'm doing it. All right, cheers, bye.